How we all doing? If you like reseller content, toy content, like, subscribe, comment below. Well, we got a big, big toy bag today. Um, so like usual, you kind of roll it around, see what's in it, and that's too loud. There we go. So what did I see? I saw a lot of Playmobiles, and these do sell. I don't get a lot of them in, but when I do, they move. And I saw right here. Superjet. So at least two of those. So right there, that pays for the bag. And it's huge. I can't see the middle. I can see the edge. There's a few mini Thomas the Train, etc. So let's start sorting this. Depending on how long it takes, we may not price it, but we'll see. So, Superjets. This is a fairly popular show. Not a lot of toys that go with it. I don't know if they're still. I don't know if it's still on the air exactly, but it exists. We got one. This one has a mark on the wing where it got bent, but it's okay. I'll just mention that in the listing, perhaps. Let's see. So usually these sell like 2 for $8 because they're actually harder to find, I suppose. We have a guy that looks kind of like a mad scientist. Playmobil, I don't think really carries any licensing. I don't think this is like Lex Luthor or anything, or it could be. 1997. Geobra. Okay. Yeah, this could be something. And he has some kind of arm armor. I don't know if this chest part comes out. It looks like it might. I don't really know a ton about these. Sort this in some meaningful way. We have a rhino who has no marking. So he's junk. We have... who is this? This Neverland something. 2021. I forget. That doesn't belong on there. Ladybug sticker. This could be from the Neverland show. Looks about right. Got another Geo guy. This one's a 92. I sold something in the 70s the other day that I actually did a show on. We have a Ghostbuster, but he has no backpack, so hopefully we find that. I don't know if it's just supposed to be the gun. I wonder if we can get a theme going with those. We might have to bust it in half. There's a very high-looking bunny. No markings on this, but he looks weird enough where I'm going to Google Lens him just to make sure that I'm not missing out on anything. This is like a mermaid guy. This is a guy with a life vest. Got a very tiny car. Don't know quite what this does. Might just be from a vending machine or something. I'm gonna toss it. We have what is possibly a glow-in-the-dark kitty. I'll get some light on him and see. Yep, it's a glow-in-the-dark kitty. I'll give that to my kids. They love glow-in-the-dark stuff. This guy also looks high, and he's like the same build as this bunny. Same material, same feel. Could be something, could be nothing, but that's why we Google Lens. And one of those. A soap character. This looks like it might be from Blue's Clues. 2019 Viacom. tiny dinosaur, tiny two-headed dragon. The fact this is a two-headed dragon, I'm going to set it aside. That's something like straight out of fantasy, not just a generic concept. Or it might be, but we'll see. It's kind of like a weird, lumpy monster. So it's another one I'll look up. You know, if you're going to make cheap dollar store toys, you're just going to make dragons. You're going to make generic stuff. This actually required thought and effort, whatever this is. I don't know if this is a character from a show, but it rules it out as being definitely garbage. Could still be garbage. This is Tomy 2012 Henson. So Jim Henson, I'm assuming. Although I do not recognize whatever this is. We have an Old Navy super bouncy ball. Give that to my kids. They will bounce it once in the driveway and will be gone forever. But hey, whatever. Yeah, so this looks like the dragon. So we got like a two-guy dual-wielding swords. It looks like a pirate, maybe. So this might be some kind of like fantasy board game. That's why we want to check it out and make sure. This is similar to the weird bumpy guy. Let him aside. Just got a cheap dinosaur here. We got like little people or something. This has a hole in it, and it's probably not going to have value either way. We got another pirate Geobra guy. We have a cheap. No, it's not cheap. That's Safari Limited. Rattlesnake. So after this bag, I might actually start pricing all of those Safari Limiteds and do a big lot on those from the other previous videos. They're still sitting here. Trying to stick with my 3 listings a day rule, which seems to move sales. Like if I list 3, I sell 4. It's just how it's always kind of worked out. This is like a cake topper. It's not actually a toy. There is no locomotion at all. But it's still Thomas, so we're going to check that out. We got a gymnast. So we have a lot of these. We're going to definitely have some kind of lot. This is definitely from Blue's Clues. This is going to go with the soap. This is Paprika, which is like the kid of Salt and Pepper. It's got like a suction cup guy. Give that to my kids. They can stick it to the fridge. They'll think it's super cool. Let's see. We got... This is a Happy is the brand, I believe. It's wooden dolls. They do not sell. So... we'll set it aside because it's a mermaid. It's a little different, but I'm still doubting it sells. I'll pop it. My kid's got tons of those. I'm not going to hang on to it. A swimmer girl. A cheap dinosaur. We got a snap bracelet with hearts. 80s kids remember these. When these came out, right? Everybody had at least one, if not many. You weren't allowed to snap them in class. That was a thing. They really had to swiftly pass rules and regulations on them within the school system. So another Henson Learning Curve brand. Learning Curve does some licensed stuff. They did Thomas the Train for a while. No clue what it is. We got Miss Piggy from Muppet Babies. This bag's definitely going to be money. I'm not even remotely through it. I just got one of these the other day. I gave it to my kid. I don't know what it is. Another one of these. I'm like not even a quarter of the way through this. Another puppet, a finger puppet. Disney Pixar. I don't recognize this guy, but we're gonna hang on to him. My kid has been bothering me about this Rubik's Cube. He has a Rubik's Cube, and he thinks that this one he could be able to do because it's little. He's trying to explain it's puzzle. Like, it's not going to be easier because it's little. It looks like it's a Huggy Wuggy and all those guys one. So he gets to have that. He'll be very happy. Goes off screen here. We got another one of those cake toppers. Generic train. It's not even numbered. Weird. We got something. This looks like similar to that car that I just looked at. Doesn't seem to do anything. Like Cop and Robbers. We have a very little GeoBra. 92. Oh, okay. So it's a kid. That would make perfect sense. Okay. A child. We have whatever this is. This looks like it goes to something. Kinder World, so it doesn't. Never mind. We got Santa Claus. Now, this as a standalone could work. This is from that weird toy set. We got like a Viking or something. Red guy. Mavis the Train. This is going to be like the Jim Henson thing. Another one of those like monsters. So I'm guessing these are all related. We've got, this is old. What is this? Okay. Oh, it's funny. So this is 1990 Playmobil GeoBra. And then 2 years later, they look like this. They completely changed it in those 2 years to have different legs. Like the width of the legs is different. I think he's just wearing a poncho. Like normally the arms would move. I think. But it's like a different style entirely. We've got a Woody. We've got a Farmer. Another Hepe doll. It's like a shirt and tie. Probably not going to have any value. Got another one of these blue guys. Got one of the dinosaur. We got a unicorn. Made in China. We have a cheap donkey. See the molding. Buzz. Goes with our Woody. Let's try to make some room here. So this stuff, this, Blue's Clues, and that are going to go in a bag to be sorted later. These I'm interested in individually. I think they're just cake toppers, but we'll leave them out. I just need space. All right, we got Paw Patrol, or this might be Super Kitties, or it might be the kitties in Paw Patrol. Same show. So, put that aside. What is this? The diving guy with a backpack, and he's like looking off to the side. It's very similar to the other toys I trashed. I don't know what it does. I'm going to set them aside and lens them just in case I can at least pull them out of the garbage before they go in a landfill. We have a dude with a hook for a hand. I thought it was Mozart, but he would be really hard-pressed to play the piano with a hook. Safari Limited Scorpion. We got a Gopher. Safari Limited Gopher. A very, very tiny, like, fairy. And there's something on her back. It'll probably be wings, which I didn't see any of. We have another fantasy guy. He is clear. We're going to be interested to see what that goes to. I'm leaning some kind of board game. We have a llama. Safari Limited. Alpaca. My apologies. or maybe halfway through. We got a dolphin, unbranded and cheap. I'll toss that. We've got a really, really cheap transformer with hollow legs. He's not a transformer. They didn't put any branding on him. He's a knockoff. Didn't try too hard on this one. Let's see what the maker is, just out of curiosity. Oh, Burger King. So he is a transformer. It's just really bad quality. Got a troll doll. I don't do anything with these. They don't move. I mean, maybe if I found a really old one. In fact, I did sell one from the 70s. Oh, okay, so this is DreamWorks Trolls. This is different. This is from the actual show, not just a random troll. Another cake topper. A cheap dragon. A McDonald's toy from the Lightyear show. This looks like the Jim Henson thing, I'm guessing. Yes. Got like a ski diva. A really cheap ram. You can see the mold through the center of his body. We have Safari Limited 96 hippo. I have a ton of hippos from doing this. We have another child Geobra. Being as these are all totally different, I'm probably just going to do them as one listing. Some kid that has Playmobil will be pumped. Frisian horse, but no actual branding to it. A bobcat. Safari Limited bobcat. This is from some Disney thing. Let's throw that aside. Huh. Transformers, a little one. 2022. Greenbrier. That is the dollar store. This actually is kind of good quality for dollar store. One of those like cutie MGA things. These don't move. We got Pug, whatever that show is. I'm actually going to toss him because his face is all gnarly and definitely was very played with. Some kind of wooden guy. It might be Melissa and Doug. I'm going to set it aside and lens it. If it is, it's going to be worth something. Got another Ghostbuster. This fantasy thing we've been looking at. This is like a dude with a cool like coral club. That's why I'm interested in it. It's not generic. Somebody had to think not just a club, but like one that looks like it's made out of coral. We have a mini Tonka moccasin. This is probably like some knickknack from a roadside store. It's just like a keychain. It's not going to be worth anything. We got a... What are these called? Shetlands? No branding on it, though. That feels pretty cheap. Almost done. We got like a wizard. We got... whatever this is. This looks like it would go with the Disney stuff, but it doesn't have anything on it. So I'm going to have to lens that. You got a chicken. Oh, this is from Paw Patrol. The chicken comes up in many stories. This is the other dog from that dog set. Yeah, another one of those wooden things. We have, oops, seems old. Oh, cool. Ertl. So this is a name. That is a NASA space shuttle. Ertl stuff sells really well. We have like Robin Hood or something. Super bouncy ball. Another one of those fantasy things. We have Captain Canada from... Is that Toy Story? I forget. Another one of those odd puzzle things. This has to be for, like, from a vending machine or something. It's not... I mean, it's kind of interesting, but I don't think this is going to have a seller's market. We've got a Mario. Jack's Pacific. He is missing an arm. That sucks. This probably would have been worth something. He also has a peg in his groin where he's supposed to be doing an action jump. This is some kind of like transformer. Oh, it's probably Megatron because he turns into a gun. I'm gonna look this up because this could be a part to something. And Transformer stuff. Another great parts market. Home stretch. Another bouncy ball. Another one of those dragons. A bug. A spitchy dinosaur. Another one of these guys that goes to something. Rubber dinosaur and a cheap rooster. All right, so we've got a whole bunch of stuff that we can price out. So the GeoBras, this set is going to be money. I'm just going to sell it as one lot. With Christmas coming up, if I price it correctly, it'll be gone quick. The stuff is still popular. My only two things that I might look at separately are Santa Claus and Ghostbusters. I may be able to get a different lot out of them entirely. But otherwise, if I just do like a 20 for 20 bucks or something like that, it'll be easy money. We're going to have to Google Lens whatever this Jim Henson thing is. I have no clue offhand. This one doesn't want to stand up. There we go. Super Jets, we know. Alright, so let's Google Lens all of this random stuff. Alright, so, look at that. After much Google Lensing. These, I can't find these, and there's no markings. I think these are just a generic animals going to school figure. Like, so I tried to just search a bunny with glasses, nothing came up. So I'm guessing this is dollar store stuff. I'm probably not actually going to cover all of this today because I don't want this video to run too long. And there's some good info that we learned today here. This, couldn't even find it, assuming it has no value. It's a wooden doll. They don't sell. There's a few of these out, no real value to them. This, the only thing I could find of this is it's a like Japanese vending machine toy. They're not really out there. I don't think they carry any value. These, interestingly enough, are characters from Toy Story 4, but they're bootlegs, and they're meant to look high, which is, I was joking about, but it's like bootleg Toy Story 4 guys from AliExpress that look high, so they don't have any value. These, and there's going to be two parts to this. Why, as you go, if you're looking at reselling toys, you get kind of some instincts for what you're doing. And my instinct was these are too unique and too much work went into these for them to not be anything. And what these are How to Train Your Dragon toys. I don't know if they have value, but I just wanted to point out that I knew they had to be something based on detailing. And that's something you could take with you as you start your reselling journey. Now this, we knew was Transformers. And it looked like Megatron. And I set it aside because I just didn't know for sure what this was, but felt it important to look. What this is a G1 part for a toy. So back G1 Transformers, their gig was that there's little tiny bots that went to the bigger bots, and they did things. This guy turns into a gun. He's part of a boat. As you can see, this is banger. This is easily $50. I can hang on to it for years. It will only go up because this is only going to be harder and harder to find to complete this boat. So that is why we Google Lens stuff, because that's easily a $40 piece. So that's pretty awesome for something that I may, when I started doing this, I might have tossed that. Just not with, especially where you're getting all these dollar store toys. And thrift stores, they're not really necessarily getting them all from the same place. Somebody dumps off a bag of toys, they throw it in a bin, they kind of sort it. A lot of times they'll do themes. I'm surprised these didn't all end up in one bag, but they stuffed a Ziploc. Somebody just didn't want to sort stuff. So that obviously came from something else. Because nobody that owned toys in 1997 had a 1985 toy, more than likely. And this makes me excited. I'm going to have to go back to the thrift store maybe today just to make sure that there's not more of those there. So I think that's it for the video. I'm guessing this is going to be 20. I'm guessing an 8, an 8, an 8, and this, I don't know, maybe a 10. So it's probably like a $60 bag of toys for $5. Pretty cool. So if you like reseller content, toy content, Transformers G1 content, like, subscribe, comment below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.